Welcome to Shadows of the Park. Tonight, we take you on a journey through rumors, recordings, and recollections tied to one of the world's most beloved and misunderstood destinations, Starr Park. From peculiar tapes to architectural oddities, from smiling mascots to whispered warnings. But beware, this story is not about fear, it's about curiosity. And perhaps, just perhaps, how the mind fills the blanks with shadows. Join us as we follow the trail. It began as a paradise of joy, but behind its colorful facade, questions emerged. Peculiar tapes, odd architectural layouts, mascots whose smiles lingered a little too long, guests who described sensations they couldn't explain. But beware, this story isn't about fear. It's about curiosity. And maybe, just maybe, how the mind fills the blanks with shadows. So turn down the lights, set aside what you think you know, and follow us into the park. The 1970s were an era of grand ambition. Moon landings, microchips, neon lights, and unfiltered hope. And in the middle of this cultural shift, a group of artists, engineers and designers came together to build a dream. Starr Park wasn't just another amusement park, it was billed as an immersive universe, an escape, a stage, a story. Early ads called it "Where Joy Lives Forever." But what did that mean? Leaked blueprints, sections marked as Maintenance B, despite no access corridors. Employee routes that looped back on themselves. A note scribbled in pencil, "No mirrors here." An arcade cabinet was reported to activate unprompted. A spinning ride reversed its motion when unoccupied. At least 2 attractions were removed within the first year, and no record of their existence remains, aside from one grainy photograph posted to a long-deleted forum. Coincidence? Bad engineering? Or signs of a more experimental purpose?
Places like Starr Park are psychological theaters. They tap into wonder, but they also tiptoe into the uncanny. Sometimes what people call creepy is just a powerful form of immersive storytelling. Not sinister, but intentionally evocative. And sometimes, evocative means disturbing.
The infamous investor tape. If you've heard of Starr Park, you've probably heard of this relic. Meant only for internal presentation, this VHS-like reel blends cheery animations, corporate slogans, and abrupt flashes of distorted imagery. It leaked anonymously online in 1970, posted under the title, "Welcome, Partner." What followed was a digital frenzy. Some viewers claimed to hear whispers beneath the music. Others said the frame rate changed, subtly, every 45 seconds. One user reported finding Morse code in the flickering of the on-screen text. Another believed the background logo shifted shape depending on where you paused it. We viewed it multiple times, forward, backward, frame by frame. One thing is certain, it's unsettling, but what it means, that's another story.
When you dissect any piece of surreal media, reverse it, isolate sounds, slow it down, you'll always uncover strangeness. But that doesn't mean it's hiding anything sinister. Human brains are pattern-seeking machines. We're wired to connect dots, even if the dots aren't meant to be connected.
Still, the tape endures. An eerie, unclassified artifact in the Starr Park vault of mystery. Some tales go beyond speculation. We interviewed someone who claims to have worked at Starr Park in the late 60s. They asked to remain anonymous. Voice and image altered for protection.
You think you know what weird is? But that place was dreamlike, and not in the good way. We weren't allowed to go everywhere. There were zones, no signs, no lights, just turns that ended in silence. You'd enter a hallway and somehow exit from somewhere else. No footsteps, no echo, sometimes not even your own reflection. I remember one place, I called it the mirror room, only there were no mirrors. People came out different, quiet, jumpy, like they saw something or forgot something important.
What about surveillance?
Oh, there was security, but not like you think. I'd feel eyes on me even when I was alone, and sometimes I swear the cameras moved to follow me, not in a mechanical way, more like interest.
What this witness describes resembles symptoms of dissociation and environment-triggered anxiety. Confusing layouts, surreal imagery, sensory overload, they can break spatial memory. It's not evidence of foul play, but it is real to those experiencing it.
The internet didn't invent the mystery of Starr Park, it just gave it a home. Forums, wikis, weeks-old essays, dozens of letters track potential secrets, odd sound loops in game files, imagery that appears only during glitches, floor tiles shaped like symbols from an unknown alphabet. One user, Shady Cactus 64, claimed to have found a decommissioned staff badge labeled Sector C. Its barcode, still scannable, linked to a web page that no longer exists, but archives suggest it showed a static image and played a tune only audible through certain speakers. Another contributor decrypted an audio file hidden in the background code of the park's online booking page. It played 6 seconds of reversed laughter.
When something resists explanation, we invent one. That's not delusion, that's survival instinct. Starr Park is designed to be imaginative. That alone is fertile ground for mythology.
But what if there is truth buried under the fiction?
Asking questions isn't wrong, but sometimes the story is the reward.
Every facility has a leader, but at Starr Park, that figure has always had a blurred face. In official records, he appears only as the manager. No name, no clear photo. In internal videos, he's seen only from behind, or with his face obscured by lights and reflections.
Some theories claim it's not a person, but a role, inherited. Others say that every managerial figure was replaced by artificial intelligence back in the 60s to ensure consistency in the park's messaging.
A former employee claimed he once received handwritten orders, but on paper that looked decades old.
It was like the letters were written by someone who didn't live in our time anymore.
Many know the infamous Starr Park gems, a system of value or of control. Some users reported that, after purchasing large amounts of gems, they began receiving cryptic emails. One was signed only with the initials SPEWD.
The name SPEWD appeared in a single document from 1963, labeled Starr Park Union of Distressed Employees. Not a name, but an experiment.
One online user posted the following message: "The more you buy, the less real you feel. I have dreams where I talk to a cactus that calls me by name." Was it just satire, or a reflection of something much bigger?
Mortis is one of the park's most beloved and strangest characters. But is it all just aesthetics? An old 1964 recording shows an actor named Aldo Ferri stating, "I'm not playing Mortis. I am Mortis. I've been him since before the park existed."
A quirky anecdote. Until you find out, Aldo Ferri was officially declared missing in 1961. And yet, that recording, according to forensic audio analysis, is authentic.
Some fans believe Mortis is part of a 19th century theatrical cult that survived through time, hidden within the park.
In certain underground areas, maintenance tunnels show symbols that don't match any modern aesthetic. A visitors featuring tall, slender, faceless figures. Below them, the writing, "Titans are coming."
These figures are referred to as Titans by the community. Some believe they are archetypes created by Starr Park to push a message or a forgotten truth.
Another theory? That they're inspired by real deities, and that the entire park is built atop an ancient place of worship. In digital video archives from 1972, a file renamed Smile72Zip contained something strange. An infrared image of a circle in the ground, perfectly symmetrical. Coordinates. Inside Lola's old theater.
Some amateur ufologists overlaid that map with the Starr Park logo, a 95% match.
An urban legend says that the first ideas for the park didn't come from people, but from shared dreams among individuals in distant places. A collective mind, or a message, received. At the heart of the park, right beneath the old mascot theater, it said there are 6 colored rooms. Each houses a gem. We're not talking about jewelry. These are devices, mechanisms that analyze emotions, reactions, loyalty.
According to some theories, the gems are tools to test morality. Every visitor unknowingly participates in the test, and every choice, waiting in line, helping an animatronic, finding a lost passport, is recorded.
Some claim that passing all 6 gem trials unlocks an access, a level of the park that shouldn't exist. Few remember him. No public photo exists, but everyone calls him this, the Star Manager. Elegant, invisible, and according to some, immortal.
There are testimonies from employees who claim to have seen him in 1983, in 2001, and again in 2020, exactly the same.
He was the one giving the real orders. He never spoke out loud. He used an old typewriter. Messages appeared on the management tables as if time itself had typed them. Among Star Park's historic mascots, one in particular has fueled decades of rumors, Spike.
They say he was inspired by Western movies, but there's a difference. Spike was never played. No actor has ever claimed to have been him.
An old maintenance worker said, "That thing never changed clothes, didn't eat, never broke character, not even backstage."
Leeches found behind the bat tunnel, mirrors blacked out in the dressing rooms. But maybe it was all marketing?
The Sensory Garden, Knock 47, opened in 1998, closed after just 2 weeks. Official reason? Safety issues. But amateur videos tell a different story.
It's said that by walking in a certain order along the paths, the visitor would end up back at the same spot. But the sky had changed. The sun no longer moved.
A child was recorded repeating the phrase, "We went out, but mom isn't mom anymore." According to the most extreme forums, Star Park is just the superficial skin of something bigger. A temple, a seal, a portal, a loop.
The Titans would be ancient entities connected to the archetypes of the mascots. Every park character is the reflection of a forgotten deity.
The statue in the old lake, now removed, represented the High Player, a creature with 6 arms and a controller instead of a heart. Star Park continues to operate. Its legacy lives on through its shows, its inventions, and its mystery. But what's more fascinating than the park itself is how much we want to believe in something darker.
We search for truth, but sometimes mystery is more comforting than certainty.
Until next time, this has been Shadows of the Park. Truth, illusion, or something in between. Good night.
Hello, sleepy stars. Tonight we float through the skies with our glowing friend Starry, who sings as the alphabet flies. From A to Z, we softly go, one letter at a time, real slow. Close your eyes and drift with me to the alphabet grove by the starry sea. A is for apple, red and sweet, falling gently near your feet. A is for apple, round and bright, we watch it glow in the soft moonlight. Apple, say it slow, whisper the word and let it grow. A is for apple again once more, floating beside you, never a chore. B is for ball, bouncing high, it jumps and moves, it tries to fly. B is for ball, round and fun, we chase it drum, thumping beat, a rhythm slow beneath your feet. Drum, tap, tap, low, marching gently, not too slow. B's for drum, hear it near, boom, boom, soft and clear. E's for elephant, big and wise, with floppy ears and quiet eyes. E's for elephant, slow and strong, it walks and hums a jungle song. Elephant trumpets far, its echo dances with every star. E's for elephant, one more time, with every step it makes a rhyme. F is for feather, floating light, it sways and spins in morning light. F is for feather, soft and free, landing gently on your knee. A feather glide and sway, it doesn't fall, it flies away. F is for feather, white and blue, falling down like skies do. D is for garden, green and wide, where sleepy bugs and stars can hide. G is for garden, full of peace, where buzzing bees begin to cease. The garden petals bloom, be softly glow in midnight's room. G is for garden, still and deep, it holds the dreams we dare to keep. H is for hat, placed on your head, worn in the snow, worn in the bed. H is for hat, silly or tall, tiny or round or no hat at all. Hat, tip it slow, wave hello, then let it go. H is for hat, what will you wear? A wizard cap, a teddy bear. I is for ice, frozen and clear, crackling soft when sun draws near. I is for ice, so cold and bright, it melts away in morning light. Ice, slip and slide, shimmering on the water's tide. I is for ice, cool and thin, touch it once then tuck it in. J is for jelly, wobbly and sweet, a jiggly dance, a tasty treat. J is for jelly, purple or red, it jiggles softly on your bread. Jelly, shake and spin, it's fun to watch and fun to grin. J is for jelly, squish and giggle, watch it bounce, wiggle, wiggle. K is for for kill.
Hey, can anyone hear me? Oh, I think yes. Keep your ears open. I don't have long. It's Gail. Yes, Gail. Talking to their smiling little bots. They think the TV belongs to them, but tonight, it's mine. Mine and Spewed. I told you before. Spewed is bracelet. We are few. Crumbs under their boots. But even Pratt can shock a giant if they slid down the rope pipe. Do you understand me? Raise lip. And the cat, Doctor. The cat. Stronger than the others. Stronger than even me. Close like razors and eyes that burn through the painted skies in this place. He followed me without fear, without trace. Then now he is one of us. He is Spirit. They walk in circles here, laughing, singing, clapping, but they don't see the cracks. They don't times eye away. 7 screams in the whole town. The